Hello again. I am very excited to present to you a cardboard box. Okay, it's not quite a cardboard box, but it's my first ever video doing an unboxing, and I just want to thank Bobby at SmartShow for sending me this. Links to SmartShow down below. He does some great controllers, but he's concentrating on this one. This is brand new to the market, and I've got a very early copy to try out and show how it works. I'm very excited about this, and it's my first unboxing video. So let's get started, see what's inside it. All I've done at the moment, I've just blanked off the address at the front, that's all. So I'm going to open it up so you can see it for the very first time, the same as me. And oh, please read me first, it says there, and it looks like a t-shirt underneath there. I'm going to open this. Let me just put this to one side. I don't know if there's anything like personal address or anything like that inside it, so if there is, the video may end in a second, but let's open this up first.
A few moments later.
Okay, so the information here did contain some information that I can't really show on camera, but it just says that this is a demonstration unit. There are, because this is version 1, there may be some limitations, but he's asked me if I could do a video, which I'm doing now, and I will try and include some other information from this letter in the video as we go along. So thank you very much, Bobby, for that. I shall put that to one side and keep it safe. In the meantime, let's have a look at this. We have got a t-shirt. Oh, I was going to pull the t-shirt out, but it's actually, that's empty now. It's actually wrapped the box in the t-shirt. Oh, look at that, look at that. Right, put that box to one side. We have the SmartShow logo on the front, and the SmartShow and address on the back. Lighting, innovation, software and design. Brilliant, thank you very much for that. Got my size right as well. I shall wear that with pride. Thank you very much for the t-shirt. Now the main event. Let's have a look at this. This box is really nice. For a demo unit, I'm demo number 4. For a demonstration unit, I've got to say, this reminds me of getting something like a mobile phone. It feels quite solid. I'm going to guess it is a sort of cardboard, but it feels really solid, and I love the logo on the front. Right, let's. That's nice. We've got. I thought it was Velcro at first, but it's not. We've got magnetic catches on the front. How about that? That does remind me of something like a mobile phone, like a high quality mobile phone. And there it is, look at that. So we've got 2 little magnets on the front here. They line up with 2 magnets on the top. It's a really nice foam inside. We've got the main control unit. There's a fair weight to that. We'll have a look at that in a second. Let me put that to one side. We've got I've just spotted something. We've got a user's guide. We'll have a look at that in a second. Accessories. We have a SmartShow pen. Brilliant. Oh, I love that. I shall have to take that to work and use it at work. So we have a SmartShow pen. Brilliant. Thank you very much for that as well. A bit of silica in here as well. Accessories, what we got in here. Okay, resealable envelope. We've got a SmartShow keyring. That is brilliant, and a ring to go with it as well. I should be put that on my keys. This is, I'm guessing this is a mounting of some sort. Yeah, this will be for mounting on rack units, is what this is for. I'll have to double check on how that works, but that's what this is for. This is for mounting on rack units. We've got 4 little feet as well, so we can stick that on. We've got 2 pens. Oh, excellent. So we have 2 pens in the box. See, I'm more excited about the pens than I am the mountings. Right, that's all that. This foam, does this foam come out? It does. This foam feels really nice. I don't know how expensive this foam is, but it's good quality. So we've got a good quality box. We've got a good quality foam inside. And I know I've taken the pens out, but we've got that fits in really nicely. So for carrying it around, that is absolutely wonderful. That fits in really, I don't know how they do that, how they get the size so right. Punch it out or something. Anyway, that's the box. Let me put everything back in the box. The 2 pens. 2 pens. Okay, mounting the silica, the keyring, the accessory bag. Brilliant. Okay, that's the... sorry, I know I keep waffling on about this, but magnetic front as well. Right, brilliant. I'll put that with the t-shirt. Let's have a look at the instructions. Well, when I say instructions, it says product information and quick start guide. Okay, so it's got the Facebook link, Instagram on the back, designed and assembled in the UK at SmartShow UK, the company registration number. Okay, so we've got instructions for setting the... You get a copy of this, so if you're going to buy one of these. I must say, by the way, these are aimed at film, television, and more of the business side of things. You don't normally get something like this for a home user. Although I'm going to guess that you might get these at some of these big garden LED displays like Christmas or Halloween. But you'll have to have some serious kit to run this. Perhaps in part 2 of the video we'll look at connecting this to some software. So it tells us how to set up the IP. I'm guessing there's a configuration like joystick on the back here, so we'll be able to use that to set the IP. There's a 7-segment digital display there, so I guess that's how we can do the number. So it's a dual 10100 network connections on the back. Mini USB, yeah, for firmware upgrades. We've got a demonstration here of some of the wiring, connecting the pixels. Oh, that's the point, that's interesting. You can have the outputs as pixels, it says here, but you can also have the output as DMX as well. So there must be 2 configurations there. Connecting it to a laptop, connecting it to a switch, linking them up as well, so that's okay. Thank you for buying it. Handy booklet. Any problems, let them know. Email address, website as well. Great. Well, that's quite good. That's a quick start guide. I personally like to have something like that when you buy something. What I don't like is when you buy something and there's a link to a website and there's no instructions. You have to go on the website. You have to dig around on the website to find a PDF or something like that. Having something like this just to get you started is brilliant, and it doesn't, I don't know, say it doesn't cost much. I'm going to guess it doesn't cost much just to have a bit of paper put in the box as well. So I'm going to put that back in the box with the magnetic look. Right, let's have a look at this. So this is the SmartShow Pro-One. Power goes in here, 5 to 24 volts, marked plus and minus, or plus and ground. We've got A, B ground, C, D, E, F ground, G and H. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 8 outputs altogether with 2 grounds on it. Outputs are listed here. Power's shown there, 1224 volts. Can't remember what these connections are, but that's quite good. It's got the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H printed on here as well as a ground as well. So that's quite handy. So if you're looking at it, oh, I'm going to guess, and we'll have a look at later, that these 2 screws come off for the mounting. But if you've got this mounted, it will be handy so you can see the connections on the side. I do like these, by the way, because you can take them off. Let me grab a wire. You can stick your wires in while it's off the unit, and then when you're finished you can connect them up. That's quite good. That feels very secure. This end, as we say, we've got the 2 network ports. We've got the USB port for update, setting the IP, and the joystick there. Nice sticker on the front, very clear fonts on there. I like the white. Being colourblind, sometimes you do get controllers and stuff that uses dark colours like a red or a purple or something like that, and it's difficult for people who are colourblind to see that. But being colourblind myself, I can see all the writing on there. It's clear, it's crisp. On the back, we've got a barcode, we've got the logo, we've got the name Pro-One. So we've got some instructions on the back here. We can do a factory reset, press and hold the config until 3 bars are shown. Reset, restart, press and hold config for 1 second. Okay, so so that button on the front pushes in as well, so we can do a factory reset, we'll have a look at that later, and a restart. Serial number, we've got demo number 4, so this is a demo unit. So there it is. I don't know if I've got scales anywhere to find out how much it weighs. Size wise, let's have a quick look. So the box itself is around 12.5 centimeters, about 120 millimeters. With the connections on the front, it's about 140 with the screws on the end here. So 14 centimeters, 140 millimeters. And width weighs, or depth, can't quite see that because my ruler's worn out, about 30 centimeters. No, not 30 centimeters, millimeters, sorry. About 3 centimeters, 30 millimeters is what it is. Okay. Right, I think the next thing we need to do is power it up. Right, there's 2 ways to power up the Pro-One. One is the most obvious way, which is on the front here. You can power it via the connection at the side. Just put your wires into this and you've got plus and ground. 5 volts to 24 volts can go into here, absolutely fine. You can also power it via the USB port at the back. This is USB 1, and in the true style of Blue Peter, I have a cable ready to go. So we'll power it via this in a minute. That's my mobile phone going off. But I've also got in reserve at the side here a transformer ready to go. This is a 20 amp 5 volt transformer, and we're going to use this to power this and some LEDs a little later on. And here are the LEDs waiting in the wings to be used for later. So we're going to power this up using the USB cable. I'm going to turn the bench lights off, but I've got a side light just at the side to help us with a little bit of illumination so you can see what's going on. So here we go. Hope you can see that all right. Apologies, my mobile phone is going off again. So we're going to plug this in and we'll see what happens. And it says P for power, and it gives you the default IP number, which in our case is 192.168.001.200, and it gives you an A for active. Now this is sat waiting now for power to come in through the network card to power the LEDs. Looking around the unit, there's no other LEDs, there's nothing else flashing or telling you that it's active, just the LEDs on the back here. You can do a couple of other things as well. You can press, I do apologise, I'll have to answer those pings in a minute. If you press and hold the config joystick in, it will do a power reset. So that's just a soft reset if you want to do that, rather than pulling the power out. There we go. And I'm going to break for a second to answer those messages. Messages replied to, and I've put it on silent, so hopefully we're not going to get disturbed again. Right, other things that you can do with this. When we're in A for active mode, we can press the button and hold it, and it will go into C for configuration mode. And what we do with that is just press the joystick to the right and it'll scroll through the numbers 192.168.001.200. If you wanted to change this to say 205, we just press the up and down arrow. So that's a bit too far. Let's go down to 5. So we change that. We go across one more. It does a reset, saves it, and gives us the IP number again. 001.205. There we go. And if I hold it again, and it goes into configuration mode, 192.168.001.205, and I'm going to change this back to 0. There we go. And it's done. 192.168.001.200 again, and back into active mode. So that's what you can do with the little joystick on the front. What we'll do next is connect it to a laptop so we can see the actual configuration on the device itself. Right, to plug it into our laptop, what we're going to do is plug in our USB again into there to power it up. This cable, not this cable here, where's my cable? Here it is. This cable here, Exhibit A, my lord, is connected to my little switch on my bench, which is connected into my laptop. So it doesn't matter actually which one you plug it into. My own mind, this is an in-out, but I think they're linked up the same. So we'll plug it into there, and we've got our link light connected. So let's go to our laptop and have a quick look and make sure we're connected okay. Right, I'm on the PC now, or sorry, I'm on the laptop now, and we're going to have a look at just connecting onto the controller. Now in the bottom corner you'll see I've got the video of the controller itself, so you can see what's going on that. So first of all, we're going to do is go to a command prompt. I'll bring that into shot. Okay, and we're going to do a simple ping. We're going to do ping 192.168.1.200 to make sure that we can see it, and the LED on the network card is flashing away quite nicely, so we know we're connected to the controller okay. Right, let's have a look at it. type in the IP address into the top, and here we have it. This is the controller itself. Nice logo in the top right hand corner. What I do like about this is, again, from a colour blindness point of view, excuse me, I can see all the writing without any problems here. First of all, right at the top we have a user guide which is built in. This is great because if you're like me, you're losing bits of paper everywhere, so this is handy, particularly when you're out on site or you're behind a theatre stage or something like that and you need to refer to it. It's there. First of all, we've got network settings. This is where you can change it, change the IP number. Again, you can do that here as well as doing it on the actual device itself. I'm not going to do that now, otherwise I'll lose a connection to it. But one thing that you do get is if you move the mouse over the different sections, you get a tooltip at the side here. So if you're wondering what the option actually does, there's a quick helpline there as well. So that's network settings. Protocol setup is scan or ArtNet. This is the universe as well. This is a demo unit, so the offset isn't working on this one, but what the offset does is if you're on universe 0 but your software only starts at universe 1, you can use the offset on there, and there's a description of it there as well. But on this demo unit the offset isn't working at the moment. I'm hoping for a software update at some point. Okay, the output configuration. So again, this is just assuming that we've got this one wire configuration with these LEDs in it. On the pixel order change, there's no options on there at the moment. Again, this is a demo unit, so that's not been built in yet. So if there is a change to GRB, RGB, etc., that option will come later on here. And you can do an override on the pixel brightness as well. So if you want it only to go to 50%, there we go, you can apply that, and no matter what your software will output, it will only output to 50% to the LEDs as well, or 100%. Okay, that's that one. The output order is here, where you can add names to different ports. You can have as many null pixels if you wanted to. You got your pixel count, universe order, etc. We're going to go more into depth with this probably in part 2 of the video, but this is where you can set up all the outputs for your controller. Pixel testing we'll do in a moment. We can have a quick look at that. That's for GRB, which is green, red, blue, and this is green, red, blue and white. I don't have any of those. I only have the simple GRBs, so we'll have a look at that in a minute. Finally, so the device settings itself as well. Tooltips, if you want to see the tooltips or not, we'll turn that off and the tooltips will disappear. Switch that on and then the tooltips will appear again. The phase shift brightness is quite interesting. If I turn this down and we watch the display, you will see it will dim, and if we turn it back up again and we change that, you'll see it go bright again. So that's how you can change the brightness. Again, this is if your controller is on stage or anything like that, you don't want the LEDs to be shown to the audience, so you can turn that down. Tick to reset factory settings and tick to reboot the device as well. Down here we've got copyright, we've got the link to the website, copyright's down there as well. So that is basically the actual control as well. You can have all the tabs open at the same time if you want, or you can open them individually, which is what I did at the start. Okay, so that's that. There's only one other thing we'll quickly do, and that's we'll do the pixel testing. We'll just set up a few LEDs and we'll do the pixel testing. Back on the bench again. We're going to do a very quick wire up. So we're going to use the power from our transformer into this. So let's very quickly just set up the wire into our controller. Right, okay, so that's the +5 and the ground put in. You see, I don't cut these things out, so you see when it goes wrong. Right, ground to go in there. +5 volt to go in there. Okay, so we should be able to plug that in now, switch it on, and yep, we've got power okay. Switch it off again. Bring in our LEDs. And it doesn't matter whether we take the ground from here or we take the ground from here, but what I'll do for the purpose of the video is we'll take the ground from the controller. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's our ground just there. Our signal cable. Just gonna pop that into port A. My wire's getting a bit ropey. Okay, and our +5 volt will come from the connection here. There we go. Right, hopefully we should have. Right, that's got the controller plugged in and switched on. Let's plug that in to there. Okay, so we'll now need to do a link up again. So we'll now go to the PC and let's get the testing done. Okay, so we're back on the controller again. The LEDs I'm using are actually 2811 LEDs. So let's go to output configuration and we'll change this from 2812 to 2811. So that should be red, green, blue. So we'll apply that. So it says applying new output mode requires a reboot. Ah, that's the one above it, that's not the one below it, so that's okay. So we don't need to reboot. Pixel testing, channel 1, red, which is correct. Channel 2, which is green, and channel 3, which is blue, which is correct. So we've got red, green and blue on there as well. Why it decided to show that tab when I did testing, I don't know. I'll report that back. So 1, 2 and 3, there we go. If we want to turn the brightness down, we can do, so let's turn the brightness down, apply that, and you'll see now that when we do testing it's a lot darker. And we'll turn the blue to 100%. And we'll do blue again, and you can see it's a lot brighter. So that's the testing done. Let's just say, I don't know what happens if you do this side. Oh, so we get a mixture of all sorts because we're on a different, yeah. Interesting. Oh, so that's just me playing about. All I have is the 3-channel LEDs, I don't have the 4, so that's what happens if you select the wrong ones. Right, okay, switch them off. So there we go, that's the testing done. So that is it for part 1 of our video looking at the SmartShow Pro-One. Part 2 we'll actually look at it connecting to some software and powering a lot more LEDs. Again, this is available from SmartShow.lighting, and I want to thank Bobby and Dawn for sending me a demo unit. This is demo number 4. Software updates will come out for this very shortly, and I'll show you how to do the updates on that as well. Very nice, very neat, very sturdy box made out of aluminium. Also in the packing box, which I went absolutely gaga over the polystyrene, but there you go. We had instructions, we have the clips, we have pens, an important thing, feet if you want to put feet on there, and we have a key ring as well. There we go, and the second pen, and an important bit of gel. So there we go, that is the SmartShow Pro-One in a very nice box. In a very nice box with, he says, the magnetic catches on the front. Hope you enjoyed that. If you do, then thank you very much. Pop that out again. If you like what I do, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget that all this talking is making my throat dry, and you can buy me a coffee, which is a link is down there. Thanks very much. Catch you on part 2, where we actually connect this to some proper LEDs. Speak to you soon.